Hello, dividend executives. Welcome back. The stock market is open. It is Friday, so you already know we are trading options, reviewing the plays from this week, and we are continuing to grind towards up and to the right. So let's take a look at it. Let's look at the account. Let's look at the plays we had this week, the plays we have into next week, and what are we on? Week 34 or episode 34 since we started this journey of taking this account from $10,000 to $50,000. We're 90% of our way to the $19,000 goal. Every $1,000 we set a new goal, we track ourselves towards it, and we just keep grinding up and to the right as long as we can by selling cash care puts and covered calls. So let's jump into it. Let's keep it moving, and let's see what plays we had on the table for this week. So let's jump into the IRA, not the dividend account. So let's jump into the traditional IRA here at $18,919. For the week, we're up $192. For the month, up 3.59% or $654. Year to date, up 42.87% or $5,677. 1 year, up 93% or $9,000. And an all-time over the last just under 2.5 years, we are up 10,922 or 136% in the account. And we're keeping it simple. All right, I want to jump into the history here so we can see what happened this week, what puts we had on the table, how they're looking, and which ones we closed out. So we sold a couple of puts last week. We have some MSTX puts at the 20. We have some tsll puts at the 9. And we have some MSTU puts at the 4.5 with a little bit of the dry powder we have. So all in all, over $200 with a premium for the week. The tsll puts, we closed out for $10 this morning and then $5 on the last 5. So $15. Gave back a little bit of premium there to get it moving on another play, but we booked 150 there. MSTX puts, we ended up rolling those ones out. I ended up rolling them to a more aggressive strike. We sold some 21 puts here for $90. Super low delta on those. We'll go over that. And then we rolled some for a $50 credit. So $140 worth of credit overall coming in this morning on MSTX. And we closed out some plays as well. So I want to take a look at it, right? So buying power at 152, contributions at 1,110. And let me just go to the total return here so we can look at what we got on the table. So the MSTU puts at the 4.5. I'm keeping those open. We got paid $15 for those. And I don't want to adjust these ones because I do think they're just going to expire worth this. MSTU is currently trading, I don't know, around, let me just take a look actually. It's trading in the $7 range. So $7.65 as of right now. So these ones will fully expire worth this. We'll keep all 15, and then that'll free up about $1,500 worth of collateral for Monday, which we can sell another put on. MSTX, we rolled these puts this morning, and we ended up rolling from the 20 to the 25, so it took a little more capital. I wanted to be a little more aggressive on that, so we got paid $28 on each of the new contracts. And the stock still has to fall, 30+% in order for me to get in the money on that one. And we are sitting at a $50 credit for that. So that's the MSTX play going into next week for $8.15. And then these are the other plays. We ended up rolling these ones out. So we paid to close on our old position, and then we opened some new ones. We got paid $90 on the credit there. Actually, we didn't roll. We closed out the tsll. We took that capital and we threw it into this. Super low delta on this play. If we look at the option here, 92% chance of profit. Delta now sitting at 0.03. Played it a little bit safer this week just because I mostly want to play tsll, but tsll is up above $12 today. And so I'm letting that one chill out before we get back into that. Hopefully, maybe next week. We'll see. It depends on how things want to play. So we'll see. But for right now, these are the plays going into next week. So MSTX at the 21. MSTX at the 25, and then MSTU, we'll get that money back at the close of business today, and then we'll hit it on Monday with some more puts. So those are the plays on the horizon for this week. I want to take a look at the spreadsheet as always so we can see we got about 0.7% return on our money for the 21 plays for the week, and then 1.1% on the more aggressive strike at the 25, and then we'll get, I don't know, hopefully between that 0.5% and 1% next week on Monday as we sell some more puts. Where's the money coming from? How are we looking for the month? Well, grand total for the year so far is $5,443 in options premium. We have been racking up the tsll put premium as of late, and then MSTX, I love hitting those low strike, low risk plays to just bring in the income. especially when we're moving towards our goal. August so far is looking at $347 worth of options premium. We started the month at $18,643, and currently we're trading just above $18,900, so a nice return there. We're at 1.8% return on our money so far when it comes to cash gear puts for the month, and we're averaging about $680 a month. So how are we doing in comparison to last year? Last year in August, we did 308. We've already beat that, so everything's looking good there. When it comes to our 3% base case goal, how are we looking? Well, we needed $451 worth of options premium for this month. We are striving towards that. In terms of balance, we're already up to January of 2026 when we go on the projection of where we started this this portfolio. What is it? Yeah, back in December of 2024. When we started the projection on this to go from 10,000 to 50,000. So we're ahead of schedule there, and we're just going to keep grinding, right? Here's how our money has come in so far in August. 201 on the first day because it was a Friday. This week, 146. We'll potentially get that up to maybe, I'm thinking 160 if I can get 15 or 20 bucks on that 1,500 we have that'll be coming available. We could bump that up a little bit, and then depending on how next week goes, whether we trade on Friday or the following Monday, will be determined on that. So I think we're going to hit the goal. Things are looking really good, even if we went super, super low deltas, but it just really depends. The market could fall apart this week, and we could get caught rolling some options. So we'll just have to take a look, and we'll have to see. We'll have to play it as the month comes. So 2025, $5,443 worth of annual income. We already beat our annual options income goal that we set out. We already beat our potential balance. So that puts us at, what do we do next? Well, this month we're attacking the 451.34. We're 76% of the way there, and we're just going to keep pushing towards that. We have to, yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard for us not to hit that, but even if we get into the 600 range goal, that'd be sweet. As far as our annual options income, we're about 5.82% of the way above that, or $300 above that. So we're looking really good. Now we're just chasing the quarterly numbers, right? Quarterly numbers, Q1 we had 2,580, Q2 we had 1,896, Q3 so far, 5-6 weeks into it, we're at 967. I think it's possible we hit $2,000 this quarter. We got to just keep pushing, and we got to play smart with the plays. Potential income left for the year, I think we could probably hit another $3,000 or $4,000 with potential options income by the end of the year, just depending on how things play out. And the new potential balance is about $22,000. So we'd still have to move from about 18,900 up to 22,000. We'd have a lot of plays we have to nail in order to get there. But of course, I'm going to showcase every single trade we make in this account every single week, and we'll see how it goes. So we're going to push towards that $22,000 balance. It would be crazy to see this at 20 grand considering where we started. I think when I started this series, we had like $2,000 or so. I want to say about $2,000 in this account when we first started it at the start of the small options income series. So cool to see this account grow over time. Crazy to see what it's going to grow to over time. But yeah, that's where we're at. So that's the synopsis for this week. Those are the trades we have on the docket. We are pushing towards that 150% all time. And we just keep grinding away each and every single week. So these are the trades on the table. We'll throw some more trades out on Monday. Of course, I'll be alerting them in the Discord and then on Twitter as well. So appreciate everybody, as always, that's followed the journey, that tunes in each and every single week. Hopefully you guys are killing it with your trades. You're killing it with your portfolios, whether that's dividends or options. And I appreciate you tuning in as always. Happy investing, and we'll catch you next video.